Hi, it's Kevin here from howtoblogwithwordpress.net, and today I'm taking an unusual step. I've been trying to find a product that would help me to completely clone or back up my entire WordPress site, and there's been 3 or 4 that have come out in the last 4 months, and I've bought them all. And I've settled on a product I like, which I'm not going to go into in this particular video, because it's not about that. This is about the ones that failed and why I say to you to not buy them. They don't work. I can't say that any plainer or simpler. This is one of them. It's called Easy WP Backup. It claims that you can back up any WordPress site in just one click with no installation issues, custom support problems, or hair pulling frustration. It also goes on to say that, or to show you rather, just how easy it is. Now, bear in mind, it says click the generate button back up in your WordPress dashboard. It creates this little button down here that you can see under me, the arrow here, generate backup. It then says have a sip of coffee while it works. And you see this compressing blog statement. Download your backup and you're done. And then you're supposed to be able to click that link and download it. Well, I'm going to show you that actual plugin in action. I'm here at Blogging with WordPress, and I've got this particular backup, or this particular plugin in my inactive folder. I'm going to activate it, and then I'm going to try and back up my blog. Easy WP Backup plugin. Okay, so I'm going to activate that. Okay, there we go, it's active. Okay, now we're good. Now what we'll do is we'll come down here and we see this generate backup button here, right? So I'm going to go to the dashboard, so we're out of the plugins page, and then I'm going to hit that button, because that's what it says right here. It says all you need to do is click here to generate backup. So we're going to go do that. It doesn't say you have to be in any particular page for that to happen, but it says just to hit generate backup. So I'm going to go here, we're going to hit generate backup. Now you can see down the bottom that it's got this bar here that's like a normal page load. Okay, it hasn't flipped to the page or the statement I expected to see, which says Easy WP Backup plugin compressing blog. But it does say, you can see it doing something here. So I'm going to pause the video until that's finished, and then we'll see what the result is. In fact, I think I'll bring a timer up, and we'll see how long this really physically takes. It's been running about a couple of minutes now. And I'm going to start it, and now I'm going to pause the video and we'll see how long it takes for that to actually finish doing what it's doing. Okay, so I've come back to the blog to see if there's been any change in status, and you can see it's still doing something. It's still not made any progress on this bar at the bottom. It still says it's waiting for the blog. And remember the timer? Well, put it this way. I've had a cup of coffee, a little more than a sip for sure. I've had a sip of coffee. I've taken my dog for a walk, which involves me driving 7 kilometers up the road to a local beach. Walked in for a good period, driven back. I've got the kettle on right now for a cup of tea, and this thing hasn't done anything. And that time frame, 1 hour 14 minutes, and it's done nothing. Okay, so I'm going to refresh the page and we'll see what happens. Well, it's done something. It's refreshing something or other. And it's gone straight to the dashboard. There's no backup. There's nothing been generated. There's no way you can go back and find out where this has stored anything, because it's supposed to do it in the backup. It's supposed to create one right in the same page. And as you can see, it's got the master. He's got a master blog here, and he's got WordPress 3.03 is available. So he's obviously using 3.02, whereas I am using, what am I using? 3.03, I think. I'm not even sure what version I'm using, but I know it's certainly not anything that's untoward. There you go. I'm using WordPress version 3.04. So when these screenshots on this page were made, he was using 3.02, which is probably less than 6 weeks ago. So this one clearly doesn't work. And there's another one which is called easywpcloner.com. I also tried this, and to show you what I mean, here's the developer licenses for EasyWP Cloner, a resale rights developer license, which means I have the right to use that cloning software to create blogs and to clone blogs for clients. That's why I bought it, and you can see it was refunded way back in November of 2010. An EasyWP backup and developer license for the same purpose, because this one didn't work. I thought I'd try this one. On January the 25th, 2011. Again, refunded on that date. All I can say is that the two that I've found here, EasyWP Cloner and EasyWP Backup, neither of these worked when I tried them. The difference between the backup and the cloner, the backup is a plugin. The cloner itself is also sort of like that, but you actually use this one, if I can remember where it is. It does actually say. Upload never like any. Yeah, it's a WordPress plugin, and what you do is basically you put an interface in. It creates this interface inside your blog, and then if you want to move the blog to somewhere else, you put in the details. You put in the destination domain, your FTP details for that one, your cPanel username, and then you click clone this blog, and it moves the blog where this is sat to a new one that you've specified up here. Now it's supposed to move everything. Pictures, images, the whole 9 yards. It didn't do any of that when I did it, which is why I refunded it and hope to go with better one with EasyWP Backup. Now I think the developer license is still available for this one, and it is. It's right below it. Look, now they're saying they're just going to release 50 resale rights developer licenses. Well, you can see that way back in November, I bought this and it didn't work, and I refunded it. Well, clearly a lot of other people have had problems, because something this powerful in this niche right now, this is really hot. Cloning and backing up WordPress blogs is hot right now, and they haven't sold their 50 licenses in what is now 2.5 months. Normally these are going 5 minutes. You know, they just don't hang around for very long. So there you have it. I've not found this generate backup from EasyWP Backup nor EasyWP Cloner to work. There are other solutions out there. Yes, WP Twin, which I've blogged about before, is the one that I use and prefer, but I have found other solutions. One of the other potential ones that I have found that I haven't actually picked up yet, but I'm going to take a look at it, is this WP Cloner from massautomation.com. It promises to have all the functionality that I want. The problem I have is it's licensed to a limitation. For $100 you can clone 500 blogs. For $200 you can clone 2,000. Now 500 might seem a lot, but if you've got a hot product, which I know I'll have when I finish what I'm doing, which is why I want one of these products in the first place, then I may well sell out 500 in a matter of days, in which case I'll then have to go and get another license. I'm not overly thrilled with that idea, so I'm working on something right now to get around that, with WP Twin. But this is one possibility. Another one is there's also a mass, and I'm not sure. There you go, WP Auto Installer, which again has potential because it'll allow you to install WordPress on any blog you want. So if you can create a normal backup, if you've got another method of creating a backup, you can create an installer based upon that backup, however that backup may be generated, using Auto Installer. Again, the problem is it's licensed like the cloning software was. So, and again for the same price. They do right now have, there is a code comes up here that you can get 50% off. I tried this the other day to buy these products, and it didn't work. I've been in touch with them since, and they said if you contact them and tell them that you tried to use the voucher, it didn't work, they'll send you an email saying, okay, buy it full price, send us your details, and we'll refund you the 50%. So that's another possible option if you wanted to do an automation and a clone for your blog. But for me, I much prefer WP Twin. WP Twin, on the other hand, I think it's .net. Yes, it is, and you can see my members area login there. WP Twin for me, yeah, it's a one-time payment. It does work, and I'm not promoting WP Twin from this. I'm just showing you what I do, and you can see that you grab your Twin file, place it in a blog, click clone, unzip it, put it up and deploy, and you're done. And this does work. I know this works because I use it all the time, actually on howtoblogwithwordpress.net. I've got it set up in the back end of the website, not in the WP blog itself. So this one works. I know it works, and because Jason Fladlin's involved with it, I know his product and I know them really well. So this has been Kevin from howtoblogwithwordpress.net. Don't get Easy WP Backup, this product here, because it will only give you frustration, and it will not install or backup with one click. You've seen it, I've demonstrated it. Easy WP Cloner didn't work when I used it back in November. I haven't bought this since. I just didn't like it. I didn't like anything about this when I first got it, and especially when it didn't work. And one other real warning for me as I go all the way down to the bottom here, they're not even proud enough to put their name on the bottom. They put the product name with the Easy WP Cloner team, the website thing. Click here to reach our support desk, which is, if you look in the bottom left corner there, is an email address at easywpcloner.com. No one's put a name to this product at all, which is always a warning for me, frankly, because they're not very proud of it. There's no name anywhere on this website that tells you who this product is from, who developed it, who the salesperson is, nothing. To me, that's a big red flag. And I don't think this has improved any. It probably works on some of the blogs that are out there, some of the WordPress installations, but there's a particular setup you have to have. Maybe it's down to your hosting account, it might be down to the other plugins you have, but so far I've not found any of them work apart from WP Twin. So that's what I use, and that's what I recommend from this one. That's not a plug, by the way. There is a blog post on this in somewhere in my blog. I'll put a link to it below this video. But in the meantime, if you want a blogging solution, Easy WordPress Backup and Easy WP Cloner are definitely not it. Happy blogging. Bye bye now.